And that was Samurai by Number Girl, leading us into this sunny but cold Friday morning. I am still your host, Spice Mikey, the PowerOn podcast, live from the Media Hub at riotradio.ca. Back with the show all about DC esports updates, esports news as a whole, and some weekly recommendations from me. This week, honestly, I don't have any guests today, so I'd like to highlight some stuff that's going on in our very own esports arena in the upcoming weeks. Most notably, the Play Your Stress Away event. So I'm going to give you guys some details. Here's the graphic for it. So what is this event? Play Your Stress Away is a fundraiser for Grandview kids being run by Recreation and Leisure Service Program as their capstone project. Join them as they take over the esports lounge on April 8th with board games, video games, karaoke, and prizes. They're going to have access to all the consoles and games in the esports lounge, and they'll be running mini tournaments throughout the day. The class, if you guys are really into board games, the class is full of board game heads, really board game fanatics out there. I know because what's it called? Their head of their group, Danny, came and asked which board games we had, just so they didn't have any overlap, right? So if you're into like the classic board games, Jenga, Uno, Exploding Kittens, Hues and Cues, Sushi Go, Flip 7, and more, you're definitely welcome to sign up for the event, as well as karaoke will be taking over the Fireplace Lounge right next to the Esports Lounge from 2 to 4, and everyone's invited to participate and spectate. So, some more prizes info. They have a ton of donations from a lot of local businesses, and there's a lot here, so bear with me. Battle axe throwing, Volt Raceway, Purple Tongue hot sauce, which I think is very interesting. We have a hot sauce prize / donation for this kind of event. I think it's pretty cool. DC DC Campus Store, Ripley's Aquarium, very big. I say very big. The Oshawa Generals, Portly Piper Pub, Pita Deli, Domino's, Eastside Mario's, and they have confirmed that Monster Energy will also be there in attendance, giving out swag and drinks to people for people to try. So you might be asking, Spice Mikey, who are the Rec and Leisure people? So the Rec and Leisure Services Program is a part of the School of Business and IT here at Durham College, and they focus on inclusive recreational programming, facilities, event management, and the whole host of other things that involve business, the business of fun, as they say. If you ever participated in a municipal recreation program, a private recreation program, or some kind of fun, a former rec student has probably been behind it. They also are the last graduating class of this program, and there's no new students coming into the next year. So this is your last chance to participate in one of their annual fundraisers. So just be sure to show up, pop out for the last hurrah of the Rec and Leisure program. So what does Grandview Kids do, you might be asking? Grandview Kids is an independently operated nonprofit, and they are the only children's treatment center in Durham region, which I think is pretty crazy. Providing specialized programs, outpatient clinical treatment to support thousands of children and youth with physical, communication, developmental needs, and their families. They're currently fundraising 3 separate areas: research and innovation, family engagement team, and their family support fund. So now for the question that everybody's been waiting for: how much are tickets? Tickets are $10, but of course they all go to Grandview Kids. All the money goes to Grandview Kids, which includes the admission includes everything the event has to offer, and the prizes and food from Smash Grill, which is in the same DCSA building. There's also a $5 option for tickets that does not include food, but if you can't make it and you still want to donate, feel free to. That option is still available to you. So their Instagram handle is Recreation Service at DC, and I think Danny will be tabling later today at 3 to 5 p.m. right outside the computer commons in the South Wing Hall. And next week they'll be joining me, tabling outside of Media Hub. So if you want to see them, more info about the event, if you want to come see me, I know everybody wants to do that. If you want to come see me, Danny, Alex tabling to advertise all the things that the esports arena has to offer, please come check us out. So while we're on the topic of Instagrams, don't forget to follow us on all social medias at DCSA Media Hub, as well as me, SpiceMikey7 on Instagram, and just again, Recreation Services at Recreation Services at DC for more information about the Rec and Leisure Play Your Stress Away event that's happening on April 8th, 2026. Be sure to come out. Here, I'm going to play some music for you from one of my favorite albums of last year. This is Nina Geraci.
You are the girl I want, all we're gonna do anything to bring you home. Get a little closer to me, I'll be you won't handle in the dark. I can take you through the storm, cooking. I am the girl, the one you want. I was in a dream that you had the water sun. Look a little closer and you will find me there. When you find yourself, you will find me everywhere. Cooking. You are the girl I want, all we're gonna do anything to bring you home. Get a little closer to me, I'll be you won't handle in the dark. I can take you through the storm, cooking. I am the girl, the one you want. I was in a dream that you had the water sun. Look a little closer and you will find me there. When you find yourself, you will find me everywhere. Cooking. You are the girl I want, all you are the girl I want, all Then came the noise.
and that was Delete by Nina Geraci. Honestly, that album, I Love My Computer by Nina Geraci, is probably one of my favorite albums of 2025. I used to be really big into, what's it called, like hyperpop, that kind of stuff, and I kind of fell out of it. But on Nina Geraci, really bringing back those 2020, 2021 memories. So now we're going to go into some updates, but honestly, this week hasn't really been that eventful in terms of games. Yeah, we're in our playoffs, but it's just a matter of getting scores and whatnot. But we had our very own varsity banquet. So for the Durham Lords Varsity Athletics and Esports, Varsity Esports is a part of that, as some people may or may not know. So a lot of people were awarded for their very own team MVPs, and I'm going to list off all of them here. Maybe with their gamer tags, maybe not with their gamer tags, but so Call of Duty MVP, James Z. I think from what I remember them telling me, at least Josh and Matt when they were here, James is a beast. So CS2, their MVP was Nicholas Pineda, aka Coin. He also won the Esports Leadership Award, where all the coaches from all the teams, especially one or two players from their rosters, and Cole kind of decided who should win the leadership award, and I guess Nick Pineda won that award for all of esports, which congratulations. That's a pretty that's something I'd put on my resume personally. But League of Legends MVP, our very own Matt Mason, aka Slack Mason, my beautiful jungler. It couldn't have been anybody else, honestly. If it was not Matt, the award would have been a sham. So Marvel Rivals MVP, Alex Balega, he's a beast. I've seen his VODs. I've seen what's it called? Grant was showing me his streams. That guy plays Magic. That guy, oh my god, he's unreal. So it makes sense that he wins MVP, but that's not to say that all these other people on the team aren't doing well. It's just a matter of who the star player is and acknowledging that. Rocket League MVP, Jared Greenwood. I haven't watched any Rocket League, but I know the team's pretty good. They're in playoffs right now, and hopefully next week I'll have some updates on how they're doing in terms of their NECC and their other league. I can't remember if it was PCL or NACE. I don't think they have NACE. But Smash Bros, once again, who could it have been other than Star? Valorant MVP, Ethan Minogue. I haven't watched any Valorant. I haven't tapped into Valorant like that because, honestly, I don't have a reason to. If somebody would like to give me a reason to, then go ahead. And I would also give one big shout out to Cole Tippett for really bringing all this esports stuff together in the varsity space. Having eyes on esports is kind of like the most important thing to me, at least. And Cole giving us that platform to perform, be able to show what we got in terms of not just in gameplay, but including us in the banquet, having us look good for the entire esports, Durham College esports as a whole. So shout out to Cole. I think I'm going to have him on next week, and we'll be able to pick his brain on a lot of esports stuff. Once again, I say it every time. Don't forget to follow us on social media, DCSA Media Hub, and Spice Mikey 7. And join the Durham College Esports Discord, where we have a lot of events going on, a lot of events, giveaways every month. Recently, what the big thing that's been happening in the arena, in the Discord, we recently got a trading card machine. So if you guys want to share your pulls from whether it be One Piece, Magic, there's sports cards in there, there's ETBs, Elite Trainer boxes for those who are unaware of the lingo, as it were. You can buy those here at the Durham College Esports Arena. So if you want to share what you get from those various packs, you're free to do that in the Discord, where we have a dedicated channel for the polls, as well as the DCSM esports event that's happening on April 2nd. April 2nd, yeah. It's happening on April 2nd. We had Sage on last week talking about their event. Once again, it's very close to my heart because I ran it 1 year ago, just about a year ago, I think it was this week. So, hey, shout out the team from last year. We had a banger event. Hopefully they can show us up and see, and hopefully they can show us up this year and make a better event than we ever could. So be sure to get their tickets at dcsm.gaming on Instagram. And back to the Rec and Leisure event, as I was talking about, Recreation Services at DC, to get more information and to buy their tickets for their events. Here, I'm gonna play another song for you guys, live from Media Hub at riotradio.ca. Here's If She Wants Me by Belle and Sebastian.
Send my letter away. You are too young to put all of your hopes in just one envelope. I said goodbye to someone that I love. It's not just me, I tell you it's the both of us. And it was hard, like coming off the pill that you take to stay happy. Someone above see me do alright. Someone above is looking with a tender eye upon your face. You may think you're alone, but you may think again. If I could do just one imperfect thing, I'd be happy. They write it on my grave, or when they scattered my ashes. On second thoughts, I'd rather hang around than be there with my best friend if she wants me. And far away, somebody read the letter. He condescends to read the words I wrote about him. And if he smiles, it's no more than a genius deserves. For all your curious now and your passion, I'm going dead, you're going melancholy, and things fall apart. I don't know why we bother at all, but life is good, and it's always worth living, at least for a while. If I could do just one imperfect thing, I'd be happy. They write it on my grave, or when they scattered my ashes. On second thoughts, I'd rather hang around than be there with my best friend if she wants me. If you think to yourself, what should I do now? Then take a bite, and girl, you better run with it. 'Cause there is no point in standing in the past, 'cause it's over and done. I took a book and went into the forest. I climbed the hill, I wanted to look down on you, but all I saw was 20 miles of wilderness, so I went home. If I could do just one imperfect thing, I'd be happy. They write it on my grave, or when they scattered my ashes. On second thoughts, I'd rather hang around than be there with my best friend if she wants me. It's me, yeah.
Everybody's favorite part of the PowerOn podcast is my album of the week and song of the week, and anything I can think of in the meantime when for a secret third thing. So my album of the week is actually from the artist that just played, Belle and Sebastian. It's not of that song. If She Wants Me is not from the album that I'm talking about right now, which is If You're Feeling Sinister by Belle and Sebastian. Personally, my favorite Belle and Sebastian album. I feel like I'm gonna get tongue tied saying Belle and Sebastian so many times. So I'm just gonna say BNS. So my favorite BNS album is If You're Feeling Sinister, because as many albums and songs do for me and many other people, kind of hold a space and time, and kind of memories from that space and time. So I discovered this album in what's it called, like COVID era 2020 2021, when I was living in PEI, and it kind of felt it was upbeat, but it was also like the lyrics, if you kind of listen to them on this album, they're a bit more melancholy, sad, and downright just depressing sometimes. But the instrumentals on the album are very not that. They're quite upbeat. They're very happy. A lot of I want to say I'm no music guy anymore, but a lot of major chords and whatnot to give that kind of uplifting feel. There is a lot of pace. Like a couple of songs that one song that comes to mind when it comes to that upbeat nature is Me and the Major, which is just, it has a really good just a harmonica throughout the entire song. So when you throw a harmonica to any kind of folk rock song, it just lifts the nature of it. So yeah, If You're Feeling Sinister by Belle and Sebastian is my album of the week, and I highly recommend you listen to it. And another highlight track is Get Me Away From Here, I'm Dying. And my song of the week, I actually had a different song of the week written down, but I was on the bus here. What's it called? I was on the bus here. I saw a Instagram of one guy reacting to a song from like 2012, and I think it's called "The Future Is Now" by Toe. It's just instrumental guitar, like band stuff, and it instantly kind of captivated me in a way that I haven't really been with that kind of music before. Normally it's the lyrics or like that elements of the song that really gets me, but no, you can't deny a real good drum break, a real good guitar riff that just catches your ear. So my song of the week, actually real late comer to the show, is not to the show, but a real late comer to me, I guess, is The Future Is Now by Toe. And that will be playing us out later. But if there's one thing that I could say is my third recommendation is, as I've been highlighting all these events in the past few weeks, I feel like what my third recommendation of the week should be is to go to as many school events as you possibly can. You never know who you're going to see. You never know who you're going to meet. You never know what kind of friends are waiting on the other side of that event door. So every chance you get, you should go to any kind of school event. Any school event, any community event, anything that has to do with a club, join clubs. Just, if somebody says, hey, you want to go to this? Say yes. Saying yes is probably the best thing you can do, because honestly, I don't really get FOMO like that. But for a lot of these school things, like last year, there was I didn't join the league team because I thought I wasn't good enough. But then my jungler, my king, Slack Mason, said you should have just tried it anyway. I'm like, wow, Matt, you're so damn right. You are so right. I should have just done it anyway. So I guess my recommendation is just just do it anyway. So yeah, that's all for this week. Next week I'm gonna have leader of varsity esports and esports at Durham College, generally Cole Tippett, on for just a talk, a normal interview as I do with all my other guests. So thank you guys all for tuning in this week. I'll catch you back next week. Don't forget to follow us on social media at DCSA Media Hub and me, SpiceMonkey7 on Instagram, as well as twitch.tv and whatever other social media you could possibly think of. I'm probably there. I'm on my phone like crazy. So playing us out this week is The Future Is Now by Toe.